Ready as their guys get set to match up between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Houston Texans. Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
On first down, Bortles dumps it off to Fournette. It'll be a pickup of only a yard, and that'll make this a second down.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. To throw is Bortles. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. He got 29 yards that time. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there.
Let's go. Omaha. Lucy.
Now Bortles throwing on 2nd down. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Bortles to the former Jet, Safarian Jenkins for the Jags' first down. The Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. The pitch to Fournette. He will push his way down to about the 14. Jadeveon Clowney there on the stop.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Bortles to throw on 2nd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll be 3rd down.
Hey, spread left. Slow left.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And Lambeau will put this one through, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So a nice drive on the road. You come in, you take the ball down, you get 3 points.
Yeah, points are a must on an opening drive, right? So they moved it down efficiently, got it done. I think that bodes well for their chances moving forward in this one.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Watson will bring up the Texans here, first and 10 at their own 22.
Richmond, come back, come back, come back, come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Black gun it out, Billy. Richmond. Reset. 2J.
Watson on first down, finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard.
I'm not sure that this play was designed for him specifically, but they got through the progressions and got the ball to him. So second catch on the drive. He may not be a primary guy, but they definitely want him involved, don't they?
Absolutely. This early, the opening drive, as you said, 2 catches. So if they can get him going in the passing game, that should open up his running game too.
Come back. 2J.
Here's Watson now on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5.
Spread right, Smack. Spread right, 72.
Throwing now is Bortles. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down. Bortles going to come up here on 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. They'll toss it to Fournette. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a first down as well. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Move.
Bortles now on first down. Dancing to his left. He's going to go up top for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. That'll bring up second down. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Lucy. 372.
Bortles again here on 2nd and 10. And incomplete.
When I watched that play, I thought about what my coaches had told me in the past. The biggest teaching point, get your head around. Locate the football so you can make a play on it while it's in the air. That's exactly what he did there. That was nice.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
372.
Here's Bortles to throw. And that one drops incomplete as he got popped as he was throwing it.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So scores on their first 2 possessions, but 6-0, so field goals probably not what they were hoping for.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that. Not what they were hoping for, but they should be happy that they have points on the board. It almost feels like that old slow and steady wins the race, doesn't it? In this case, though, they want to be slow and steady now, but get explosive later and put the points up on the board.
Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. A gain of 6 there on 1st. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
On 2nd down, here's Watson. Fuller brings it in over the middle. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at their own 24. So after the INT, it's Bortles. Buying time to his left. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Lucy. Green 80. It's all right.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Bortles. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Following the sack, 3rd and long for Bortles and the Jags. Shotgun now for Bortles. And this is going to be incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And now out comes Houston. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week? Not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
To throw on second is Watson. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. A big one there for the Texans, 18 yards. On first down, it's Watson. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Under 4 to play now. Clock running. 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. Will Fuller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Texans are an extra point away from taking the lead. And he's able to put it through. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And now out come the Jags. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Well, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Justin Reed. And he will bring this across midfield to the 49-yard line.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
After the interception, here's Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess.
4 down, check, 4 down. Tiger. Come back.
On 2nd and 10, Watson. Over the middle, complete. It's Hodges. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The quick slant, good for a first down, a gain of 12. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now it's Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hodges. No gain there on the completion, 2nd and 10. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout.
Come back. 2 jet.
Again, it's Watson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Gave a glimpse of his power that time. And then brought down at the 30. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
Tiger. Come back. 2 jet.
Watson on 3rd down. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. He's been the forgotten man in this first half. Not a guy you want to forget. Not only his first catch, first time they targeted him.
That doesn't make any sense, does it?
Not at all.
Because those are the types of plays that he provides. When he does come alive, when they do look his way, not only is it a big catch, it's a first down.
And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. They'll run it here. This is Deontay Foreman. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. A great play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Texans will add on to their lead. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is up to 8. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down. On 1st and 10, here's Bortles. He's going to fire one, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing, May have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
On first down, Watson. Going up top for Miller. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
Hey. Lucy. Hey, follow.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A big play there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Jaguars move back within a couple of the lead. Josh Lambo now for the point after. And he missed it. No good. This is going to remain a two-point game after that one. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. A spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And here comes the Texans now. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Again, it's Foreman. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line. Miles Jack there to make the tackle.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Target. Two jet. Target.
To throw is Watson. Going deep this time for Miller. It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play on third down for the Texans. 46 yards. Well, even after all those interceptions, he's not deterred, still confident to go deep at work there.
I think all the old rules about playing that position still apply. If things go wrong, you still act like you're the best player out on the field. You still carry that supreme arrogance with you and continue to fire the ball. I've seen guys have games like this, and this is where you find out if you're great or not. Can you overcome some interceptions and still lead your team to victory?
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Richmond. Come back.
Throwing again is Watson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Here's a carry for a former starter. This is Lamar Miller. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. A great effort there. With 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will extend their lead. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. On 2nd down, here's Bortles. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. He's picked off near his own 48. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal?
Richmond. Two jet.
A shotgun snap for Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. Bortles leads the Jags up 1st and 10 at the 20. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll check this one off to Fournette. And down he'll go at the 25. Call it a gain of 5, and it'll be a 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands, That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Bortles to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Cole. 23 yards on the play.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Now Bortles. Shark's got it left side. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. Bortles now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Fournette on the toss to the right. And a solid run down inside the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it, when you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
Hard throw, incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And Lambeau will put this one through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. He's got 9 points on field goals now. He's made 3 of them. That gets him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And for him, it's not his concern, right? He just goes out there when they call on him and goes ahead and puts points up on the board. But the offense has got to get together and figure out what's stalling their drives, so they have to keep calling on him.
And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35 and make it the 40-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at the 40. Watson now to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Hodges. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Watson now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. From the 50, it's Watson. He's going to air one out. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Watson to Hopkins for a huge hookup, 44 yards. Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll try and run for him with Miller. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Black 22! Black 22! Tiger! Come back! Tiger!
Out of the gun, Watson. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line. So after the INT, it's Bortles. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. A big third down play there for the Jags. 52 yards.
As crazy as it seems, this is something you should expect. Long passes downfield that get tipped in the air.
Yeah, this is what keeps the DBs up at night, though, these types of plays.
Drives them crazy because you actually practice it. It's called the tip drill. You're supposed to tip it up, and if it is up in the air, go get it. Instead, the offensive guy pulled it down.
Past the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up first and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
They'll give it to him up the middle. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Justin Reed. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They'll start the drive with a give to Foreman. They'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They keep it on the ground. This time, it's Miller. Had a decent move, but brought down quickly just outside of the 5-yard line. In on the tackle, Kamoko Toure. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back and tell him to take care of the ball and try and move forward.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 38, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it.
Well, he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Miles Jack coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down. On second down, here's Watson. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. A good pickup there at 22. Well, probably the only thing he did wrong there was go out of bounds, nursing this fourth quarter lead. You want to stay in, eat the clock.
Yeah, you got to love the effort, the catch, the extra yardage, but you got to know the situation. Stay in bounds, young man.
Watson now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Watson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Watson. Under pressure now. Watson, and down he goes. Marcel Darius. Continuing to fight downfield. The big tackle gets him for a loss of 11. Gonna need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Off of play action, it's Watson. And he's gonna go down again. The former All-Pro, Marcel Darius. In there to get him for his 2nd sack of the night. The Texans send the punter out as he's on to kick it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. Showed some flash on the run, but he will be brought down shy of his 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little.
It got his man complete. And they finally get him down at the other 46. It's a big play for the Jaguars. 45 yards. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Fournette, a first down carry. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Back to throw. And he completes it to Westbrook. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so. But it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
He's back to throw. Left side complete, Safarian Jenkins. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. Oh, and now movement and a whistle, and they may have to rethink their plans on 4th down. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
11B. Lucy.
Now Bortles got to have this one. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And this Texans defense stands tall. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet.
Richmond.
Throwing now, Watson. Dumps it complete to Miller. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. And now the Jags defense deciding to call a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Come back. Richmond. Come back. Do jet.
Now it's Watson going for the deep ball. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Will Fuller with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Texans will add on to their lead. They're going to try and run. And he's going to go down right at the line of scrimmage. The defense left him with nowhere to go, and the try for 2 is denied. Fairbairn now to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, he's got a man complete. It's a big play. Bortles to Westbrook. And even 40 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling. They go play action here on first down. Now a desperation throw deep. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this will be recovered by the Texans. So victory appears to be in sight. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And Watson's going to throw it here. He's going to look deep down the field. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
Watson. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout, as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long. After that sack, what does Watson have in his arsenal? Watson now to throw. Going up top. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
And that touchdown should make you feel comfortable. But do you really feel like it's totally over yet?
Not totally, but I think you're pretty much there.
Yeah, you still got to make sure you stay with it, do all the right things down the stretch, especially on defense. But that touchdown there, you got to feel good about your chances.
Fairbairn good with the extra point. They're down here in the 4th, and that personal foul penalty is not going to help.
No, in these types of situations, players will tell you that's extra intensity. From where we sit, it's actually frustration, not a good play.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game in this sequence here. Maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off near the 42. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now. That's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here.
Come back, come back.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Come back, come back. Two jet.
Back to the air. Watson on 2nd down. Underneath for Miller. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. The Texans on 3rd down. They're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Richmond. Tiger. Two jet. Tiger.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They will indeed snap it to Watson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're